and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. So this week, and I'm not sure when I will do them again, I will not be doing any shout outs this week, and I'm not sure when I'm going to start that back up. Like I have mentioned before in the past now, the past couple of builds, I think it was, ever since my monetization was taken away from YouTube, because I didn't reach the threshold of having 1,000 subscribers. My videos are no longer being shown or put in. I'm not even sure exactly how to explain it, but they're not going to be posted at or come up in searches quite as often, or in suggested searches, I guess is what it is. It comes in the suggestions, I guess, is probably where they probably were shown or appeared more often, was under suggestions. Well, anyway, because of monetization being taken away, like I said, my videos aren't actually being viewed like they once was. I used to be able to post a speed build, and none of my Sims 4s weren't quite as popular. Because you're mostly here for Sims 3, and that's fine. That's not a problem. But they would still be put in the searches, or not in the searches, but in their search results or in your suggestions. It would be put in more often because of having monetization, and since it's not anymore, it's not doing that anymore. They're not being viewed like they once was. So because of that, my views on my channel has gone down. I don't have the views that I once did. Like I mentioned in the previous video, even my subscribers has gone down. Not how many I have hasn't gone down, but how many new subscribers I get each week has gone down. So, and because of that, my comments as well has gone down. I used to sometimes in 1 week get about, I could have as many as 10 comments in 1 week. So I actually would have, several that I could look at and choose. Now it's down to the point where last week I didn't even get a single comment. And then this week I only had 1 comment. And there's nothing wrong with the 1 comment I had. And thank you so much for commenting. I truly do appreciate it. But because of that reason, because I'm not getting as many as I once did, I just feel that I'm going to have to put shout outs on hold until my channel grows a little bit more. And again, like I also said, I don't know how much effort I'm going to put into it. The incentive just isn't there, I guess you could say. I mean, I put in a lot of time in my channel, and I do absolutely love it. But, now that I'm not getting the monetization, and, I have that money sitting there and I can't even do anything with it, kind of sucks. But yeah, I did try doing live streaming, and I'm still going to continue with that because I did have a lot of fun. However, I'm not going to be doing them on YouTube anymore because the quality is horrible. The quality on YouTube is absolutely horrible, and it buffered all the time. If I do live streaming, I'm going to be doing it on my Twitch. So go ahead and follow me on Twitch if you would like, if you're interested in any live streaming. There'll be either not really speed builds because it's live, but I just got done building an entire house all on live streaming. And then I finished this house here on live stream. So when you get towards the end of the video, you'll see that the quality of the video does go down a little bit. That's because I'm still experimenting with settings on the live stream and the recording that it's doing while I'm live streaming. I just don't have the settings quite right. I'm still adjusting them, so hopefully the settings will be a little bit better. It's not too bad, but like I said, hopefully I'll get that better. But anyway, real quick here before I forget, I have the paper in my hand here. This, I called it Tales and Victorian because I built it in the one world. Today's not even like a good day, but I built it in the world that came with the cats and dogs. Bringleton, I don't know. Whatever that town is that starts with a B. There's a lot there that says Tales End. That's the lot that I built it on. I was not feeling very creative. I couldn't come up with a name, so I just called it Tales End Victorian. It's named after the lot that it's built on. The lot is a 40 by 30. This house will have 3 bedrooms and 3 baths. And the house is going to cost your Sims approximately 229,000 simoleons. So, but anyway, this house is actually quite large. And while I was building it, I also happened to notice that the bedrooms turned out quite bigger than I had expected or had planned. This house is built more traditional, as in it is based off of a more traditional Victorian. It's got more traditional rooms in it. I guess it's also considered, it would also be considered a little bit maybe updated, like maybe the people or the Sims who own it decided to update the house. So there are a few things about it that are updated or improved. Like for instance, maybe the kitchen and dining room at one time was separated or closed off, and they decided to open them up. So now the living or the kitchen and the dining room are open to each other. Maybe a few other things just to open it up a little bit, give it bigger or a bigger space. Anyway, oh my goodness, today I'm hoping to be able to finish this this commentary, but I was doing the screenshots for this, and I've mentioned before about how sometimes a video can, with the spinning of the screen or whatever, a lot can actually cause me to be motion sick. It's hard to explain, but when you are in the game and you hit that tab to do, it goes into that camera view or whatever, and you can move the camera around just by moving your mouse, and you can use the arrows and move around and go up and down. Well, I use that sometimes when it comes to taking screenshots, because it can take better screenshots. But it caused me to get motion sick today. I was doing it at about, I think it was 2 o'clock. It's now 3:50 when I'm finally getting to the commentary. But I was doing that, and I got motion sick, and I'm still trying to recover from it. I'm not feeling very well right now at all. I had to take a break from taking screenshots. This is the biggest reason right here, is the biggest reason why I can't even watch anybody do Minecraft. On top of the fact that I absolutely cannot stand that game, I absolutely hate it. It really makes me motion sick, like really, really bad. But anyway, I am still recovering from it right now. I still feel really horrible. I stopped. I paused about halfway through my screenshots, and I had to go lay down. I don't know. That might have been about 1:45 when I laid down the first time. And I thought I was feeling better, and I was like, well, I really need to get this done because this is Wednesday. The speed build needs to go out on Friday. I'm not going to be able to do the commentary on Thursday. I'm just going to be too busy. I'm going to be too busy on Friday. I'll be lucky to get my videos posted on time. That I need to I need to get this commentary done. That way I can get this video up for you. And I finally got the screenshots taken, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel really bad by this time. Now I feel really, really bad. And I ended up laying down at about 2 o'clock. And as you all know, I have kitties, so it was my kitty must have known I wasn't feeling the greatest because she followed me upstairs and she got in bed and she lay down with me and she cuddled and I ended up falling asleep. I don't normally do that because normally once I'm up, I'm up. But like I said, I was not feeling good. I felt very nauseous and so I laid down and then she, of course, she's laying next to me, so she falls asleep too, and I fall asleep, and then I happen to wake up and I was like, oh my gosh, I have things I'm doing later today. I gotta get this commentary done. I'm running out of time. So I forced myself downstairs into the office to do my commentary, and let me tell you, I still don't feel the greatest. And I felt fine earlier. I even did some live streaming. I recorded a Sims 3 Let's Play through the live stream. I did a Sims 4 live stream that way. I finished this house build on a live stream today. So I did 3 of them, I believe, total today, and I was fine. Fine all day up until I went to take these darn screenshots, and now I feel so flippin' sick. And I haven't been this motion sick in a long time, a really long time. Last time I think I got this bad, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while, but I remember I was riding home and I got car sick and I told them I had a headache and everything. And when I have a really bad headache, I a lot of times get car sick a lot easier. So I had to tell them to pull over because I was about ready to throw up. And needless to say, they had to pull over and I got sick on the side of the street. So that's been several years ago now. No, I guess not several. I'm not that old. Don't think I'm not ancient. I'm not that old. But it's been a while. It's been a few years, and I just haven't gotten like this in a long time. So I feel pretty bad. I'm hoping I can make this commentary with you. I'm not really looking at the screen too much because it is moving around. I really don't want to look at it and make myself feel worse. I've always had, I don't get sick easily. I can easily watch a gory movie with lots of blood and guts and have absolutely no problem whatsoever. I do not have a queasy stomach. In fact, my favorite class in high school was physiology, where we studied the human anatomy and I dissected a cat and a fetal pig. And it didn't bother me, Amy. The smell didn't bother me. They didn't even seem real. They felt more fake and rubbery more than anything, but that stuff doesn't bother me. But I noticed at a young age, I don't know, somewhere around 10, 11 years old, I started to notice that sometimes I didn't always feel the greatest after a car ride. And then in school, I had gone on a few trips here and there, and I did fly in an airplane. I was flying in an airplane up until we did a trip one year where I was in the airplane for over an hour. After about 45 minutes, I started to get air sick. And what sucks about being in a plane is you have nowhere you can go except for the itty bitty little toilet or a bathroom area. And oh my gosh, that was horrible. I had to lay there. Oh my gosh, I had to shut my window. I was in the window seat. I had to pull the screen down, and I had oh my gosh, I felt horrible. I felt about as bad as I feel now, actually. So, but anyway, I will try to say a little bit about this house. As you can see, the interior is just flat out gigantic. I don't know what was going on when I built this house, but it ended up just being flat out huge. There's more than enough room in this house that if you want to add extra rooms, change things around, you definitely have the room to do that, because as you could see in the kitchen and the dining room or the dining area is all open. I could not for the life of me figure out how to put in the kitchen. I really wanted that the table in the in the turret area, I guess you could call it. I really wanted it there. That is where I wanted it. It was that's just where I envisioned. I envisioned it in there. With all the windows and everything, and I just could not get the floor plan figured out right there. The floor plan in this house actually kind of sucked. But yeah, it's huge. Like, even this entryway turned out huge. And I have a real hard time filling in spaces that are this big. I mean, just positively big. And I think I did okay. It still seems like there's I feel like a lot of empty space. This is why I don't like doing big houses or big houses with big rooms. They just, oh my gosh. But this entrance here pretty much enters into all of the rooms. There's a parlor when you first walk in it's on the right now, but when you walk in, it'll be on your Sims left is the parlor. Then over by the staircase will be a hallway that'll take them into the kitchen. And then they have a couple more entrances. One will take them into the formal living room, and one will go into the family room, which has the TV. And as you can see, I tried putting some furniture here in the middle, but it didn't look good. It didn't look good, so I just left it. But anyway, here's the family room. It's got the living room. I had realized there was no windows there, so I had to put some windows in. But this is the family room, and it'll also enter into like I said, the entrance, and it goes into the formal living room, and then it also it'll open into the kitchen and dining area as well. So, I mean, your Sims can go multiple different ways from one room to the next, and all kinds of entrances. So, I would have to say my favorite room on this house is probably the master bathroom. I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I would love to have a bathroom that looked like this. I did like a garden tub style, but it's not in the corner, and of course I didn't use a corner tub or anything like that, but it's beautiful. You'll have to stick around to see it. It'll be not quite the end of the video, but it's definitely closer to the midway to maybe even. We're already mid halfway through, but so I guess it's more like 3/4 of the way through will be that bedroom or that bathroom, but it is beautiful. Now the family room here turned out to be a little bit more cluttered than the rest of the house. I'm not sure how I managed to clutter up this room. It's probably because it's not quite as big as some of the other rooms. The other rooms are pretty big. And then bookshelves are the same color. It must be hitting the light funny or something. So that's why they looked a little bit different. This is the formal living room. And if you're wondering why is there 2 living rooms, well, like I said, this is designed to be a little bit more traditional, more of the traditional style Victorian. And they had all these extra rooms. These big fancy Victorians had a bunch of extra rooms. And basically what this room would be kind of like, I'm not exactly sure what they were called, but it would be where the guys after the meal, after supper or lunch, or actually really about anything, it was usually dinner time after the meal, the guy, the head of the household, and his buddies would exit the dining area, and they would go into like a living room, and they would smoke cigars and chat and talk. You know, that's kind of what this room is supposed to represent. It's supposed to represent the room that they would go into and smoke their cigars and just chat and everything like they would normally do. And then the women, of course, would then enter. See, they would have had servants, so they would have done all the cleaning up for them. And what they would have done, and that's what the parlor was used for. A parlor was used for the women to go into, so it would be decorated more feminine. The living room was always a little bit more, masculine, I guess you could say, designed for the men to go in there and sit or whatever and chat with their cigars while the The parlor area was more set for women, and they would go in there and they would chat and lounge around and stuff. So that's kind of what the rooms are designed for. Now, this cabinet I put above that table, I am taking it out because I didn't realize when I first put it in that it's actually halfway through the wall. I didn't even realize it. It looks good though. I thought it looked really good there, but it's halfway through the wall and it's sticking through the other living room, so it didn't really go so good. So I ended up taking it out. But this parlor has a 2-story ceiling, and you'll see them in the screenshot. So I encourage you to look at the screenshots because that'll be when you actually get the full effect of this house. The full effect of the way it feels, the look, its design, and you'll get to see its 2-story ceilings, and it's got gorgeous windows. The way you can do windows in Sims 4 can be so beautiful, and they are definitely pretty, and I suggest that you look at them. So I guess a parlor isn't a 2-story. I'm sorry, it's the bedrooms. The bedrooms have 2-story ceilings, so I suggest looking at the screenshots so you can see those. And what I ended up doing here, because again this landing was downright huge and I didn't know what to do with all this space, so basically I kind of closed this off a little bit, but instead of using doors I thought I'd use an archway instead and kind of give its own little office nook with its own little coloring and stuff like that. So it's just a nice little place for your Sims to go and enjoy playing video games or chatting with other Sims and maybe writing their books or whatever. Just a little bit, you know, peace and quiet, their own little space. And the rest of the area is kind of has like skills and stuff. Like you're going to be able to paint if you want to be a painter. If you want to improve your logic skill, there is a chess table there. It was a large space. So like again, it's a place for Sims to lounge. I really had no idea what to do with it, so it's just kind of a bunch of stuff just sitting around. And really, when I clutter, I don't like putting a whole bunch of bookshelves all of the time. So I'll put like couches and side tables and things like that. So this is one of the bathrooms. This is mostly be for like maybe the children or the guests. The bedrooms aren't really set up for children because they're huge. They are big. The bedrooms are really big. So they look more like guest bedrooms. But me, if I'm playing in the house, I'd probably stick my child in the bedroom anyway and not even care. And maybe throw a few toys here and there for them to play with and then be done with it. But they are definitely big. So, but this is just, you know, it's a little bit more to the area. Just more lounging, I guess you could say. So here is the toddler room. I think the toddler room turned out pretty nice actually. I thought I would use colors a little bit different. I got 2 accent walls and then I just kind of threw in some rugs to try to incorporate both the yellow and the green. So again, it's supposed to be kind of like a neutral color. Not really neutral, I'm sorry, not neutral. But more like, it's not really specifically for a boy. It's not really specifically for a girl. I like to have toddler rooms that way. I prefer to have them where they're, you know, not really one or the other. And I realized when I was snapping pictures, the toys on top of the coffee table or the side table aren't sitting on the table. So I apologize for that. I did not fix it. I just said heck with it. By this time, I was feeling so flippin' nauseous. It wasn't even funny. And I just wanted to get my screenshots taken care of, and I hurried up and got them done, and then I just went ahead and I left. I saved it to my gallery, and I said heck with it, and I took my pictures, and I left. So I did not fix that. Like I said, they do hover, but I really didn't care, so usually I fix stuff like that, but like I said, I'm not going to this time. So this is the master suite. I think it turned out beautiful. Wait until you see the screenshots. Oh my goodness. The screenshots with the windows and the 2-story ceiling. This room turned out really pretty. Again, it's another one of my favorite rooms. I love the green coloring. I think it just turned out, I thought, really pretty. It's one of my favorite rooms, and I And I hope to hear back from you. Let me know what is your favorite room and stuff in this house. Because I really enjoyed it. It took me a little while to build just because I just could not get in the mood to build in Sims 4. I really have a hard time doing it. But at the same time, I really wanted to, if that even makes sense. I really wanted to build, but I couldn't get in the mood. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But this is the master suite. It does have a closet space for them. And this area here is where I end up putting the garden tub like idea. I didn't use any archways instead because I didn't want anything to block the tub for one. So, but I wanted it to be its own romantic space with the candles and the plants. And so I ended up using curtains. I put curtains there, and let me tell you, that was a pain. Oh my goodness. It sucked. Look at me. I'm just struggling. I ended up removing the one curtain, and then I was able to put the other curtain in. I don't show it because I wasn't sure how I was going to fix it. But basically what I did is I put the curtain on the right, and then I removed the wall by the closet, and then I was able to place the curtain in just fine, and then put the wall back. So that'll be how you have to do it. But I thought this bathroom turned out positively beautiful. I absolutely love it. Again, it's one of my favorite rooms of the house. I would love to have a bathroom like this. This would be amazing. Could you imagine having a bathroom like this? Oh my gosh. But man, I wouldn't want to clean a house this big. That would definitely be the downfall, is having to clean a house this big. But I guess if you can afford it, you can also afford somebody to clean it for you. So, but yeah, that's my favorite room. I think it turned out really pretty. So, yeah, I think though, I would like to stick around. I really do. And in fact, I hate it when others start their commentary and their build and then they don't actually finish. But I don't feel very good. I'm still feeling nauseous. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. I hope you continue to watch the rest of the video even though I am not talking. I'm not talking with you. I'm not doing the commentary. I hope. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Oh, and we're also getting into, right here is where we're going into the live stream video portion. So, like I said, the quality would be down just a little bit. I'm still working on that. I'm still trying to do settings and stuff. So I didn't think it was quite too bad, but I would like it a little bit more crispy. But anyway, like I tried saying already, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go rest for a little bit and hope that this goes away, hopefully soon, because I have things to do later today. And I'm going to leave you with some music. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments and suggestions below, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.